Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Assalamu alaikum everyone.
You could do better than that.
I can do better than that. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Ki hal chal hai? How are you guys? Are you okay? Are you chilling? Is that better?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Thoda zyada nahi ho gaya.
I don't know. You want to do better?
It was a bit over, but it's okay. We are on our way to the airport today. Ifti's children are going Umrah, inshallah. So we're going to say bye to them.
Yes. Wait, is this a cue for me to say something? Yes, we're going to say have a safe journey.
We're just so not
do
good at this.
loads of du'as for us and anyone else who needs a du'a. And may it all go well in the blessed lands.
We need training. We're just so not good at this.
You need training. I'm perfectly good at this. The viewers will tell you in their comments that, if it's just natural.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Today's video is going to
It's going to be about. Carry on. Today's video is going to be about.
Again,
even
I
I'm a
need
bit,
training.
really, what is today's video about? Because she hasn't told me what it's about. So anyway, today's video is about.
You're boring my viewers.
Okay. Soon there'll be my viewers.
Oh, right.
Actually, they're supposed to be Sohaib's viewers,
Yeah.
not your viewers. Get it
There are
right?
the Sahab's viewers.
Yes. You do know you can Bluetooth it to that ear and just stop and start just by that button.
Okay, you're smart.
Thank you for admitting it finally.
Today's video is about the early signs of autism that were there, but I hadn't noticed at the time and really only realized in hindsight. Stop trying to hog my channel.
Sohaib's channel.
Sahab's channel, yeah. Stop trying to hog Sahab's channel.
Go on, carry on then.
So Ifti here is still getting to know Sahab. Tell us what you think about Sahab.
He's a beautiful kid. That's all you need to know at the moment.
I
have my own relationship with him.
Oh, you do.
I do. And it's a very good relationship. Better than. Yeah, definitely. He's more fun. He likes to play silly games, jump on things. I like all those things as well. Break things. I like those.
Break things.
Make a mess. Definitely like that. Definitely like making a mess.
You can relate.
But I get told off. I get like, what have you done? Clear that up. Look at that mess. It's a pigsty. That type of stuff. But when Sahib does, he's like, it's alright.
He's the boss.
Yeah,
He's allowed.
So
It's his world.
it's his world.
Yep, alhamdulillah. So Ifti is the new addition to the family. He joined the family.
Hence why the kids call me the fifth child, because I'm supposed to be the youngest now, because I'm the one who came after Sahib type of thing. Just so I explain that.
Okay, yeah. So Ifti is a new addition to our family. He joined us 3 months ago, and he has formed a very good bond with the children, in particular Sahib. They can very much relate to each other, no doubt, with the mess
Because of guys.
and the silliness.
I mean, I'm still trying to relate to Sonia, but with the boys, it's cool because we know what we're about. You women, honestly.
Anyway, let's not get sexist. So,
Fancy words.
do you need a dictionary?
No.
Okay, so back to Sahab. The early signs that were there, they were different. Things that felt heavier, didn't always make sense, but I put it down to he's just a different baby. He was born during COVID, development delays, he'll be fine, he'll catch up. And then only later, when he was around 18 months, that's when I first thought about the word autism. Prior to that, didn't think anything of it. I didn't have the knowledge and language to see what was unfolding. Sahab was born perfectly normal. I had a perfectly normal pregnancy, pretty much anyway. He was born normal, he was healthy, we were discharged on time. We came home, his siblings were absolutely mesmerized, excited. It was beautiful. They were all over him. And the first few weeks were just absolutely normal, as it was for my previous children. He was drinking, he was sleeping. Until 6 weeks, I didn't think anything. Nothing felt different. Just a baby who was adjusting to the new world. A new mom. Well, I wasn't a new mom, was I? Fourth time mom.
You were a fairly old mom by then.
A fairly old mom. But a mom adjusting, adapting to a fourth child, getting used to all the bottle feeding, the sleepless nights again. My other children were 6, 3 and 2 at the time. So I was just getting used to having another child and the new responsibilities. Once he turned 6 weeks, I started to notice subtle differences. He would stay awake for long hours, absolutely long hours. He did not sleep like a newborn baby. At the same time, he wouldn't cry. He'd be quiet. He'd just look around, and he could do that for long periods of times. I did find that a bit unusual. But during my pregnancy, I was studying my master's. It was during COVID as well. And obviously, as my kids were quite young, I was looking after the children during the day. And during the night, I'd study, prepare for my assignments, prepare for my exams. So I didn't sleep much in the pregnancy. And my family and a lot of my close friends said, that's why he doesn't sleep, because you didn't sleep. So we'd laugh it off. And I thought, most likely that's the reason. And then as we moved forward, weeks into it, the sleep pattern stayed that way. He just did not sleep enough. But he was also, as I said, he wasn't crying, he wasn't unsettled or anything. When he was around 3 months, I started noticing he wouldn't drink his milk in certain surroundings, in a bright room, or when it was too noisy. He drank much better when it was dark, in his sleep as well. If he was due for a feed and I put his bottle into his mouth while he's asleep, I think they call it a night feed, or there's a term for it. But if I would put the bottle into his mouth in his sleep, he'd knock it back. If we were in a dark room, he was fine. There was no noise, the lighting was dim, he'd have his milk. But any other time, if let's say I was in the living room, the kids were playing, even subtle sounds, small sounds, he would not take the bottle. And again, it was just a small difference that I had noticed, but I didn't think too much about it. As we moved forward, that became a big thing. Saheb could go a whole day without drinking and then have all his feeds during the night. Once again, it was put down to I didn't sleep in my pregnancy, so he stays awake in the night, although he'd be awake in the daytime as well. So those were the two main differences that I noticed about Saheb. However, at that time, I would never have thought this was autism. I just thought, different baby, COVID, different time, it's fine, he'll grow out of it. When he was around 6 months and I introduced solids, he was very fussy. No matter what I tried, how many times I tried, what type of textures I tried, he took a like to 1 or 2 different types of meals and he would just eat them. I thought, okay, he takes after me, I'm fussy, he's got his preferences, so it's fine. All children are different, babies can be fussy. And then during this time, talking to your mom friends, talking to moms at the playgroups, people said, moms said, families said, it's normal, all children are different, my kid doesn't sleep, my kid wakes up after an hour, every hour, my kid drinks, it has no pattern to his drinking habits. And again, you just think, okay, but it was different, and it was different from a neurotypical way. And again, I did not know this at the time. Did I bore you?
No, I'm concentrating on driving.
Were you not listening? I thought
I was listening. I heard all about the sleep patterns and how he had certain foods and everything. Why do you think that I don't listen when I'm multitasking? I'm driving.
Oh, men can multitask.
Obviously.
Interesting.
We just don't admit it. Because then there's more work for us.
Ladies, are you listening? Can you repeat that again?
Sorry, what was that? what are you on about? Repeat what?
Never mind. So we're almost at the airport.
No, we are at the airport.
Oh,
Not almost at the airport.
We are.
at the
Are you
airport.
inside the airport?
No.
No, you're
This
driving.
is the grounds of the airport, okay?
Yes, you're almost in the car park.
No, we're not almost in the car park. We're driving
It's
still
just a
around.
different of perspective.
No, it's the airport complex. So you can't say we're almost at the airport. We are at the airport because we're inside the airport complex.
Okay. We're inside. We're inside the airport.
Complex.
So we're here, and
You're not going to tell the viewers which airport it is?
Birmingham Airport.
Birmingham.
Brummy. Hence the Brummy accent.
You might have a Brummy accent.
I was waiting for that. We are on our way back from the airport. My children are with their dad today. They're spending the day with him. So this was like a little mini respite outing for us. Although I think it was a bit of a con. Where are we? Yeah.
Why was it a con?
Where are we going?
President.
No, where are we going before that? So we
just have a little stop because I need to go to Halfords.
little stop, Halfords, cars again. That's what I mean. It was a con.
How's that got con if I'm going to get something for my car?
Because it was meant to be an
Actually,
outing
it might have been something for you.
for my car.
Yeah, Halfords do things for women as well.
You need to go to a jewellery shop, not
Jewelry
Halfords.
shop. I don't know the direction to the jewelry shops.
So something I only thought about very recently, in the last few days in fact. A close friend of mine, she had a baby. He's coming up to about 3 months now. And we were just having a conversation and she said, oh, he's starting to recognise and he gets a bit upset with new faces. And not in that moment, a bit later in the day, I was reflecting on that. It reminded me, oh yeah, my children did that too. My eldest 3 kids did it. They'd cry. My daughter was worse. Anybody could walk into the house and she'd start crying. So if you know her, you know that about her. She's still a little bit unsocial at times. And then my boys, Sohan and Saim, they also did it, but maybe not as bad as my daughter. But they all did it. They all recognised and funny about who they'd go to and who they wouldn't. So Habe was very friendly in that aspect. But when I say friendly, he was uninterested in faces. Anybody could come and pick him up, play with him, and he was just happy. He was just okay with anybody picking him up. And I remember talking about it with my friends, and we used to laugh about it. Oh, lucky this time, lucky you. Your other kids gave you a hard time, and he's come to give you an easier time. And we used to make jokes about it. He's just a friendlier baby, happier baby. In that time, I didn't think much of it. That's all I thought. But now when I look back at it, I do think that was his autism. We're nearly home now. So inshallah, in one of my next videos, I'll cover his autism signs post 6 months. Although between 6 to 9 months, again, it was very similar signs as what were there between 0 to 6 months. Small differences, but most of the milestones that he wasn't meeting, I started to notice from 9 months onwards. But inshallah, I'll cover that in one of my next videos.